Well, hello, Global Witness family. Loving that everybody is here. It's so nice to see everybody show up. Let me close a few windows here and make sure that we're all good. And get a pop-out chat so I can see everybody's conversation and answer some questions. Good to see everybody here. I see that we have Tracy. I see we have, I believe, Dr. Mike, critical thinker. Michelle DeHaven. Good to see Michelle. Steph Daniels, Donna P., Ronnie Tomasetta Jr. Sorry, Ronnie, love to see you. Caroline, good to see you as well. 1675, Nanny Brandy, good to see you as well. Steph Daniels, Lynette Wright, Ryan Atkinson, Deborah Craig, Persevius, good to see you. Palladian Scientist, UFO Builder, good to see you. Palladian Scientist, UFO Builder. Karen Gutterman, Mindy Solina, Michelle DeHaven, Tracy Pratt, Alfred. Hi, Alfred. Keisha, Ginny Rose, Ryan. I think I said Ryan already. David Gregg. Finish Line. Good to see you, Finish Line. Haven't quite seen that name before, so maybe you're new or maybe you're not. If you're not, sorry. Good to see you, Shockwave. Good talking with you on Discord. And April, good to see you. Hola, mi nombre es Derek Bros. So I will let people fill into the room here. David Mack, good to see you as well. I will tell my mom that you said hello. Mom, David Mack said hello. Leslie, hello. Low 777, good to see you. Little Fish, hugs to your family as well. She said it. I like that name. So TJ Richter, good to see TJ. Deborah Craig and Lou Machado, good to see Lou always. Hope you guys are all doing well. So lots happening, folks. Rick Walker, good to see Rick. Rick's my old buddy from Microsoft, just so you know. We both worked at Microsoft together. Am I sharing a secret? Shouldn't share, Rick? Earthstone 22, good to see you as well. Jeannie Rose, Borderline Awake. So there is lots happening. So everybody here probably remembers Monument Valley, right? We couldn't forget that. So as I'm helping, and Leslie Matisse, good to see the moderator showing up here. And the moderators have done an amazing job eliminating the demiurge folks, the archonic behavior people. Love you, Rick Kersey. Love you right back. Love you right back. Monument, what? Just joking, says Alfred. Yes, so Monument Valley, as you all may recall, and I wanted to make sure that I covered kind of give you a little bit of scenario, helping you understand. So since our excursion up to Monument Valley, I've been in contact with a number of the families. In fact, all of the families through some proxies that live in the valley. So the entire Monument Valley. Good to see Scrub. Heyo, good to see you as well. Thomas Huntington. Stop, don't waste your time. Am I wasting my time talking to you, Thomas? I don't think so. Otherwise, I wouldn't have called you out. So what took place at Monument Valley has revealed a tremendous amount. That those families within Monument Valley, as you've heard me talk about a number of times, have been promised since 1957, 25% of the park revenues, of which they've received 0 since 1957. So they are essentially being starved out of the park, and probably for different reasons than we might imagine, considering that that park represents a tremendous amount of uranium. Uranium. Sorry, I got people texting me. Uranium. Interesting that uranium comes from that park, right? So uranium is what we make nuclear bombs from. So I'm just saying, there's more there than meets the eye, and would potentially explain why such a imbalanced response to us being there from the authorities would have been presented. So it might actually be more and bigger than the people within the valley know. But the reality is the people within the valley were lied to about our presence as to what we wanted to do there, because they really wanted their involvement within their scheme to create a disproportionate response. So they stated, I guess, to a couple of the media within the press that it cost them about $5 million to get us out of there. And all of that was in response to the lack of, in their mind, or what they said was the lack of a filming permit, which would have cost a maximum of $10,000. So all you have to do is do the math within this world and understand that that is a complete lie. So the tribal park service is run by the Oyato. They are quite different. So they do not represent the families that are in the valley, but yet the families within the valley always have to work with them because they are the powers that be. Kind of like you having to work with a presidential structure or a governmental body that you don't agree with. And the governmental body that says that they are there for the people, but they're really not there for the people. So the lies are deep and very old. Now, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail as to what I believe yet. I'm going to let those things be exposed. Good to see Best Damn Podcast here. Good to see you, John. Love you much. I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail, but obviously there was something severely wrong with the disproportionate response that took place when we were there, because obviously we weren't there for I would say nefarious purposes. We were not there to raise devils from the ground. We were not there to destroy monuments. We were not there to trample their ground. In fact, on the contrary, we were there with unbelievable admiration and respect for the people that were there. So the lies that were told to the people were astounding. And now that I've gotten in contact with the families that actually live in the valley, so keep this in mind. The valley itself is owned by very few families, about 15 or so. And those families, although when I say that they own the property, that doesn't mean that they own it in the way that you own your property. They don't get to leverage it and get a home equity loan on that property. They don't get to build a fence if they want. They don't get to run power. They don't get to set up a solar farm. They don't get to do anything. So it's really not their property, even though their families were actually born in this valley and are on record at being there, some of them from the 400s and some of them from the 500s AD. That's a long time ago, folks. They've been there for an extremely long period of time. And they are really not allowed to advance anything. Now, Leslie is asking, what was Boeing doing there? Well, I don't know. You can go ahead and take a look at the new Mars rover videos where they kind of show some aliens and some spaceships, and it looks a whole lot like Monument Valley. I'm just saying. Have you seen red sand anywhere else? Have you seen red dirt? Just a thought. So if I wanted to recreate a Mars landing somewhere and convince you that it was a wonderful set of this massive land that sits in a bowl and kind of really makes it impossible for anything else to be seen within that bowl, I would say that's kind of it. So we're putting everybody on notice. We're going to expose all of that stuff. But this is just the beginning, because once this actually gets into a courtroom on their family's behalf, the wonderful part about discovery in a court case is that all of the emails and private conversations and private letters and things that were private before now suddenly become public to the court. So with that said, I care a lot more for the families that have come forward and had a conversation with me. And I told you that we had an extended conversation with a family that came to visit us. We met their children, their grandchildren. It was a beautiful meeting, myself and Camilliyah. And Camilliyah is very involved in what we're doing here. So she has been in communication with the families there. And I'm not going to expose the specific family names of who we're having conversation with, but just in general be discussing what they need, because what we're here tonight for and what this is all about is making sure that they have an amazing holiday season, because these families have gone without for a very long time. And I believe it's best to demonstrate to everybody in order to defeat what was spoken of us, that we would show them who we really are. And that is, there are a lot of children there that live in the park that don't get to have much of anything. And some of them live in the park and some of them live outside the park because they have families and kids that need to go to school. So, but basically they're all the families that are from the origins of that park itself. So with that said, I have put within the description box of this video, I have put a PayPal Fund Me page where you can donate. We are trying to raise enough money to give, and you can see the list that has been sent. And I have since then I have an updated list, which I will correct this list. There's an updated list. Now, to me, this is amazing that we all get to play, since Santa Claus is completely fake, we actually get to play and make Santa Claus real. So for the period of time right now that we get to do this. And so we have the person that is helping us with this. We want to make sure that she has a new laptop, because I believe that we're probably going to be communicating with her much more. And she's probably the only one that has internet access. But you're going to see a list of names of the children and the things that they've requested from us. And to me, I can't think of anything greater than for us to be able to give these kids what they want for the first time in a long time. So this is a temporary or a partial list. It also contains things like dog food, cat food, horse and livestock feed, and other things. So we're not trying to put together a ton. We're talking, 15 families here, and 15 families we're looking to put together about $10,000 worth of items to deliver to them, including their feed for their horses, because winter is incredibly tough for them. Their horses can't even nibble on the little bit of shrubs that would grow during the summertime. And feeding their livestock is pretty important. So typically they'll feed their livestock before they'll feed themselves. And so I want to make sure that we take care of these people the best that we possibly can and demonstrate to them the love of Christ that is within us. And that's the best thing that I could do. Yes. So thank you, Leslie, for posting that link. Like I said, it is also in the description box below this video. So please make sure that you click on that. If you can give $1, $5, $2, whatever you can give, it all adds up. Now, we have already begun buying this stuff, some of the things, because of the timeline. Obviously, Christmas is coming very soon. So we've already begun getting these things, and we will. So when we do buy them, we're going to make sure that that whoever can get the money in, that we can support the community around us. So Diamond from Oppenheimer Ranch is putting together links that I will use to buy this stuff on Amazon. So Jeff Bezos isn't getting the revenue from this, that there will be some of that money that goes to funding Diamond's channel. I don't do that here. I don't have an Amazon account. I don't have an Amazon partner account. So I would rather support somebody that I know that does, and somebody that I have a tremendous amount of respect and love for, which is Diamond. And I believe that he might come off as being a little bit sideways, but I can promise you he's a man with a very good heart. So I want to help support his channel and the things that he's doing and what he's building in his place. And through them, so Jeff, I'm helping support Diamond's channel for that purpose. So yes. Let's see if I am still connected. Not sure what's going on. Let me make sure I'm still connected here. It looks like I am. Well, I'll tell you, I can sit on here all day and not have these gremlins, but pretty remarkable. So again, I want to make sure that we make this happen very quickly. Obviously, we need to have we need to be able to get these items to them fairly quickly. So this weekend. Now, Camilliyah is going to be going up with her daughter and delivering these items. So she will attempt to also, if the families are willing, obviously there may be some backlash, which is why we don't specifically mention these families, because Tribal Park Services have been quite awful and they've made threats. So I don't want to put, I don't trust them. Sorry, I just don't trust them, clearly from what we've experienced. Yeah, I mentioned Jeff Bezos and everything disappears. Kersey says exactly. So what we want to do is we want to be able to get this to them right away, which is why we're already starting to buy this stuff. So we're putting ourselves out there, and the little bit that we do have that we have, we're putting ourselves out there. So what you donate will basically recoup what we've already spent. And we will give a full accounting of all of this to everybody that donates. So I want to make sure that everybody knows that there will be a full accounting of everything that is donated to that fund. And as far as what we got, where it went to, the feed, and we'll give that full accounting to everybody, as well as show the video of them actually getting this stuff. So rare that that you can actually donate to somebody and then see the benefit of that. And that's exactly what we wanted to create. So I don't want to spend a tremendous amount of time focused on that, just to let you know precisely what we're doing with these families. And I can tell you that our meeting with them was really revealing. And there is much, much more, as John from Best End Podcast realized when I was having a conversation with him about this. There's much more that meets the eye than meets the eye about that valley. And so we're going to learn that, I'm sure. There's going to be more that comes out as a result of this. And but I believe that for all of you to be able to see the benefits and the actions of who we actually are, and thanks about the hat, that it will be a reaffirming measure for you within your heart and understanding exactly what we stand for. So with that, like I said, I don't want to spend a tremendous amount of time on that, except just to express to you how important I think this is. And for these families and their children, I mean, you'll see in the list there that some of them are asking for Xbox games. I'm not going to judge as to what they should or shouldn't have. For children that haven't had the abilities and the things that we've had, this isn't about judging what they should or should not have. So I've given the list as they've sent it, and I truly appreciate it. But you're going to see that there are clothing for newborns, that there are a lot of clothing, because many of them can't afford to have winter clothing. And so it's a difficult thing for them up there, and we want to make sure that they have good stuff. So Catherine O'Connell says, if you want to get ahead, get a hat at Global Witness. What do you mean? I'm not quite sure. Curtis says he sent 303 in honor of my butterfly. I appreciate that. Judges are good old Jag boys. Yes, they are. Yes, VEPV next gen, I'd rather go without and see them smile. I would too. And I would rather see anybody else smile because I can go without. I mean, I could sleep on the dirt. I'm completely content with that. And Best Damn Podcast says he's going live on his channel after done. If you want to join him, you should probably join him. I can't. I've got a dinner appointment with Camilliyah when she returns, which I promised that I would attend. So she's not here right now, or she would be here. Oh, I see her in the chat room. So Camilliyah says the need of these Navajo families is great. I've received lists for basic food, staples, and diapers, not to mention a few wants. Yes, so Camilliyah is in communication with them, and she will be, like I said, be the one that is talking to them, and we will have video of, if we can, if they're comfortable with it, of them receiving these gifts and the children, and I think that would be beautiful to see. So the hat steals the show. So yes, it is romantic that Camilliyah and I are going to have dinner tonight. So thanks. I look better than Dundee. I did a movie with Paul Hogan called Lightning Jack, and spent some time with Paul Hogan in Australia. I actually like Paul, and I haven't actually kept up with him or spoken to him in quite some time. He was at Cuba's wedding, I think, was the last time that I saw him. It's been a while, but he and Linda were terrific people and wonderful hosts. So I appreciate Paul. He was quite a real person, and I spent a lot of time horseback riding with him. So the Best Man Podcast says the hat is awesome. Wow, my hat's the main conversation here. Maybe I should have just wore the beanie. Love bombs from Angel Camp back to you, Lou. You guys will be hearing from me soon. Let Dale know. We have an Angels Camp of people that have gathered here in Arizona, and we are also going to be, just so you know, looking to purchase some property up here in northern Arizona where we will, where anybody that wants to just get out of the world can go. And that would be a place, bring a trailer, bring a tent, and people will start building a community with themselves. And it's not something that will be run by me or managed by me. It's not a cult. So before you, get your panties in a bunch, it will be run by the folks that live there. The cult we leave for Gabriel of Urantia, which, by the way, I wanted to let everybody know. After I'll tell you, Camilliyah says we will be taking up supplies for their animals, food items, diapers, and other gifts this weekend. So we are shopping now. That's why she's not here. So I wanted to let you know that I've heard from somebody that was a member of Gabriel of Urantia's cult for 15 years. They contacted me. Shockwave says Ubuntu, Derek. Yeah, I've known Ubuntu very well. The Gabriel of Urantia, he confirmed that he was the one that called and spread the lies with the feds about us. And this person I'm going to be speaking with, I was going to try to contact them today, but I'll probably end up contacting them tomorrow, that they had some pretty miserable experiences with Gabriel of Urantia for 15 years and even lost a child while they were there. And Gabriel blamed the death of their child on the lack of faith in him. So just, it's remarkable to me that that somebody that is an actual cult of oppression, and this is a guy that if you go to Diamond's page at Oppenheimer Ranch Project and look at his page where he posted the video, a Dateline show that was done on Gabriel of Urantia, Gabriel comments, and Diamond pinned it, which I love him for that. He pinned the comment where Gabriel said that that it's good to be king, that his words cannot hurt him because he is the chosen one. Yeah, he said that. So whenever I get anybody that exalts themselves, that's where I have the issue. And, the amazing thing is that people say that I exalt myself, yet I've never given myself a name or said who I am or what I do, but somehow I'm the one that's the deadly, dangerous cult, right? Where you actually have real dangerous cults out there that are oppressive and do silence their members and do sequester their members, like Gabriel of Urantia. So, I believe that many people are very scared. Other channels are scared because Gabriel spent some money. He spent probably a couple $100,000 on ads on my videos. So they're scared that Gabriel would sue them. I invite it. Sue me, Gabriel. I'd love to get you on the stand. So, as you can tell, I don't have much fear of anybody. Yes, Gabriel of Best Damn Podcast, as I showed his Dateline 1996, Gabriel of Sedona special report. Diamond has it up too. Yes. Gabriel of Sedona then became Gabriel of Prescott, then Gabriel of some other location, then Gabriel of some other location. So this guy has a slime trail like a snail from Sedona to Los Angeles or wherever he's at in California right now. So I think that that exposing that kind of distortion of scriptures is, and these are different scriptures than what we've spoken of, but I can talk to you about the actual scriptures, the actual tablets of Urantia, and maybe we'll get into those one day because they're actually quite important, and there's some important things in there. And I can tell you right now, this guy's no Gabriel. He's as long as anybody has an ego and exalts himself, you can promise, I can promise you that they are in a very, very bad way, that they've allowed the flesh to take over whatever it is that they received. But, many people receive these things, and what they do with them is really up to them. But staying in the spirit is important, which is why I had uploaded the video today, which if you haven't seen it, please watch it, that talks about being in the spirit and being in Christ and praying from Christ, from that office, from that place. So, I don't want to have a tremendously long video tonight. I don't want to take up a ton of your time, but I want people to definitely see this and be able to hear the call to help fund this for these incredible children and these amazing families that have gone without for so long, that it's time that they see us do something for them rather than taking from them. So that's really all I wanted to cover tonight. Tomorrow I will be back. I've got some interesting guests that I'm working on. Some people that I think are going to be very helpful for you in understanding who Christ is in you and seeing Christ in somebody else other than myself. So I love you all very much, and I encourage you, please contribute where you can. The link is, the PayPal pool is within the description box below. Support these families, and we're going to bring all of what we do for them to you on video, everything that we can within reason and within their ability there. So I love you very much, and I'm going to talk to you very soon. I'll see you on Discord. And if you want to come back to this video a little later, I'll have another Discord invite for anybody that has not been able to get in there. If you want to come into Discord and you think that you're going to be a person that's going to spread hate, that's not going to happen. So you'll be banned pretty quickly. It's an environment that we've created that allows people to share freely and openly at whatever process they are in within this journey, and without the factor of judgment from anybody else. So when judgment enters into it and somebody's going to dogmatically judge anybody within that, they'll be banned from that server immediately. I love you very much, and I'll see you tomorrow.